Supreme Court expresses deep concern over the worsening air pollution in Delhi NCR, summons the Chief Secretaries of Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh and Delhi, directs the centre to install air purifying towers. Union government decides to withdraw all the drafts which sought changes to the Forest Conservation Act. The Union Environment Minister Prakash Javadekar says that the move will avoid any confusion about the rights of forest dwellers. The Delhi High Court has denied bail to P. Chidambaram in a case filed by ED which relates to INX media case. Congress, NCP and Shiv Sena hold hectic parleys on government formation in Maharashtra. The NCP hints at Shiv Sena Chief Minister. Voting for presidential polls in Sri Lanka tomorrow, 35 candidates in the fray. President Maitree Sena is not contesting the polls. And on the second day of the indoor test against Bangladesh, India consolidates because of a brilliant century by opener Mayank Agarwal. In fact, he's closing in on a double century and a crafty half century by Ajinkya Rahane. Namaskar and welcome to the news. I'm Mark Lynn. Well, the Supreme Court has questioned the Delhi government over the efficacy of its odd-even scheme and over granting exemptions, including to 2- and 3-wheelers under the scheme. The court said that effective steps must be taken and 13 pollution hotspots in Delhi should be cleared of pollutants. The court has summoned the Chief Secretaries of Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh and Delhi over pollution in the Delhi NCR. A thick layer of toxic smog engulfed Delhi as pollution levels remain in the severe category for the 4th consecutive day on Friday. The high pollution is being attributed to low wind speed, which has led to stagnation of pollutants in and has also slowed down dispersion process. The Central Pollution Control Board has said that all monitoring stations have recorded severe air quality. PM 2.5 and PM 10 levels were nearly 8 times higher than normal at several locations. Schools remain closed as the thick smog enveloped Delhi and neighboring cities. Faridabad, Ghaziabad, Greater Noida and Gurgaon also recorded severe air quality. So let's listen to what the common man on the streets has said.
गाड़ी चलाते समय में हम लोग आँख में धुआं मरचा का लग रहा है, सांस लेने में तकलीफ हो रहा है। अब बताइए हम लोग घर पर बैठे तो हम लोग का बाल बच्चा कहाँ जाएगी।
दिवाली के बाद में तबीयत खराब रह रहा है, इसी वजह से डेली इलाज में कराते हैं, दवा खा रहे हैं, चल रहा है, सीना दर्द कर रहा है, हाँ मतलब सांस लेने में पूरा दर्द कर रहा है, पेन मतलब हो रहा है।
घर से बाहर निकलते ऐसा लग रहा है कि आँख में मिर्च लगा हो, पूरा आँख में जलन और चारों तरफ पूरा धुआं, जैसे कि सांस लेने में दम घुट रहा है। बहुत परेशानी है।
परेशानी तो अभी पॉल्यूशन के लेके दिल्ली में हाहाकार मचा हुआ है, जो आम आदमी को भी लगता है, आंख में जलन सा हो रहा है, किसी को सांस में दिक्कत हो रही है, तो परेशानी तो है।
And joining us on the phone line is Vikas Sarthi, who covers the Supreme Court for us. Well, Vikas, the Supreme Court has come down heavily on the governments, and well, the centre has in fact told the Supreme Court that it's examining the possibility of putting up smog towers to reduce pollution. Can you fill us in with more details?
Right, Mark. The Supreme Court has asked the centre to give details of that proposal, where centre has said that they are thinking over installing large air purifiers. These are in the shape of a tower, and these are supposed to be installed on several places in Delhi NCR. So, court has sought details of that plan. Apart from it, court has observed that despite this odd-even policy, the pollution level has not come down. In fact, it is above 600 level. Air quality index is above 600 for several days. And after hearing the councils of neighboring states, Supreme Court was of the opinion that despite the court's previous orders, these states have failed to curb stubble burning completely. Yes. And because of that, Supreme Court has again summoned Chief Secretaries of Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh on 29th November. by 25th of November, they will have to inform the Supreme Court what steps they have taken so far to curb these incidents of stubble burning, because despite court's order, there are cases of stubble burning being reported, and court wants to know that what action state governments have taken place. So all these states will have to file a compliance report by 25th of November.
Right, and also with regard to these towers, because where have they been used successfully? China has built some towers. They have been useful in some parts of Europe as well, and with pretty good results.
Right, Mark. The center has informed that such steps can be taken, but so far as pollution level in Delhi is concerned, these levels are much higher than those countries, and
Right.
whether specific towers will be needed for Delhi, because it's a kind of pilot project for center as well. So what will be the detailed plan of center to implement those policies which are being cited in the Supreme Court, which will be the places where these towers will be installed, who will look after them, whether municipalities will be interested to look after of these air purifier towers. So these details must be given to the Supreme Court as early as possible, within a week, and then Supreme Court will examine whether these measures are good enough on part of the center. So far as the role and responsibilities of state government and Delhi government is concerned, Supreme Court now has summoned chief secretaries of all 4 states and will ask them what steps they have taken so far. For Delhi, the court
Yes.
was of the opinion that odd-even policy is a short-term measure, and
Right.
this time the results are not much better. It's almost only about around 4% pollution have been reduced by implementing odd-even policy. So it's a short-term policy.
Okay.
Court has advised Delhi government to invest more in public transport so that people on their own stop using vehicles.
Right.
So all states have different responsibilities, but common and shared responsibility. So these, what will be their role? Now Supreme
Yes.
Court will fix responsibility of each and every state, neighboring state.
Thanks very much, Vikas Sarthi, for those inputs. Moving on to our next story. Well, the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has said that a final call on extending the odd-even scheme would be taken on Monday. He said that he does not want people to undergo any unnecessary inconvenience if the air quality improves over the next 2 to 3 days as predicted. The road rationing scheme, which was rolled out on November 4, will end today, and the air quality index remained in the severe category at 656 at 1 p.m. as a thick layer of toxic smog enveloped Delhi for the 4th consecutive day, leaving scores of people with sore throats, itchy eyes, breathing problems and a dry cough.
हम नहीं चाहते कि ज़बरदस्ती दिल्ली के लोगों के ऊपर कोई किसी तरह की कठिनाई थोपी जाए, तो अभी भी हम लोग नज़र बनाए हुए हैं। कल और परसों का और हम देखेंगे, अगर हवा में सुधार होता है तो फिर ऑड इवन की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ेगी। अदरवाइज़ सोमवार को फिर सुबह सुबह हम लोग इस पे निर्णय लेके और तुरंत इसको इम्प्लीमेंट करने की सोचेंगे। तो फाइनल निर्णय जो है वो हम सोमवार को सुबह लेंगे।
The Union Environment Minister Prakash Javadekar has said that rising air pollution is a serious issue for which cooperation is needed among all concerned states and authorities. He said that proper actions have been taken and reported. He also added that there will be challenges, but the blame game should not take place. Instead, he called for joint cooperation against the menace.
मैंने हमेशा ये कहा है कि ये विषय सबने मिलकर काम करने का है, सबने सहयोग से काम करना है। एक दूसरे को दोष देने का ये वक्त भी नहीं है, और ये काम ऐसा है नहीं। राजनीति के लिए 50 विषय होते हैं, ऐसा है प्रदूषण है। मैं इसमें ब्लेम गेम में नहीं जाता, लेकिन कोर्ट के सामने मसला है, कोर्ट उसमें कुछ आदेश करेगी। मैं इतना ही कहूँगा कि सबको सभी प्रयास करने चाहिए।
The Union Environment Minister Prakash Javadekar also said that the Modi government has worked for the welfare of forest dwellers and tribals, and their rights will be fully protected. Steering clear of the confusion created on the changes done to the Forest Act, he said that the draft prepared for amendments to the Indian Forest Act 1927, it was an exercise by some officers to create a study. It was not a government draft. He added that such a draft has been completely withdrawn to do away with all misgivings.
1927 का जो कानून है वो 11 राज्यों ने अपने अपने उसमें सुधार किए हैं और अपने कानून बनाए हैं। तो इस सब को इकट्ठा कर सकते हैं क्या, इस तरह से एक अध्ययन किया। लेकिन अध्ययन का मतलब लोगों को लगा कि ये सरकार का ड्राफ्ट है। तो ये आदिवासी कानून बदलने का सरकार का कोई भी इरादा नहीं है अभी। लेकिन ये 4 बार बताने के बावजूद भी हमने ये पाया कि ये गलतफहमियां जो कि त्यों बरकरार रहती है, और इसलिए आज हम इस जो ड्राफ्ट सर्कुलेट हुआ था स्टेक होल्डर्स के दरमियान वो हम विड्रॉ कर रहे हैं।
The Delhi High Court has denied the bail to former Finance Minister P. Chidambaram in the INX media money laundering case, which was filed by the Enforcement Directorate. The High Court said that prima facie allegations against him were serious in nature and Chidambaram had played an active and a key role in the offence. They also added that granting him bail will deliver a wrong message to the society. The High Court had reserved its order on November 8 on the bail petition after hearing the arguments of the counsel for Chidambaram and the Enforcement Directorate. The ED had arrested Chidambaram in the money laundering case on October 16. Chidambaram was arrested on alleged irregularities in Foreign Investment Promotion Board clearance, which was granted to INX Media Group for receiving overseas funds of 305 crore rupees. This happened in 2007. Anil Punya now joins us on the phone line with more details. Well, Anil, just tell us now, the court says that the allegations are very serious in nature and Chidambaram had played an active and key role in the offence. Can you throw some more light on this and what it actually means? Is it it's almost like a judgment?
Actually, the CBI has filed a case against the Chidambaram on that FIR. The ED also filed an FIR, and CBI in the CBI case, Supreme Court already granted bail to Chidambaram. Now the ED case is concerned. Chidambaram is in judicial custody till 27th of this month. Now he has moved the bail application before the Session Court, and Session Court rejected. Then he moved to the High Court. In the High Court, prosecution was saying that he is the ex-cabinet minister and he can influence the investigation. He can approach the even witnesses, and at this point of time, bail should not be granted. And so far, economic offence is so serious that the link is related to the foreign trade and money laundering for the other cell company and in the foreign investment. So the seriousness of the offence should not be granted the bail. And the second plea was that Chidambaram is already given some statement in which is prima facie proved that there's sufficient ground to file the charge sheet. At the juncture, bail should not be granted. It will be against the investigation, and the message will go wrong in the society. Mark.
Right. Also, with regard to his age and medical condition, were these also reviewed?
Yes, this was a plea from the defense side that he is a senior citizen and he has some illness. But the prosecution filed the reports of the AIMS, in which the AIMS clear that he is not serious in the nature so far ailment is concerned, and the treatment can be given in the jail also. And for other facilities of the also given the direction from the Session Court that what sort of food and the medicine that the jail authority should provide it. So that plea was not taken and the bail has been dismissed.
Thank you very much, Anil Punya, for giving us those details from the Delhi High Court. Now, Maharashtra today is witnessing fast churning political developments. The NCP, Congress and Shiv Sena are claiming that the draft common minimum program has been prepared ahead of government formation in the state. So, the leaders of the Congress, the NCP and the Shiv Sena, they met in Mumbai yesterday. They worked out a common minimum program and they are finalizing a possible alliance for government formation in the state, which involves the three parties. According to the PTI, a prominent Congress leader is quoted, and his name has not been revealed, the name has not been revealed. So representatives of the Congress and the NCP and the Shiv Sena have prepared a draft CMP, and this will now be approved and finalized by the top leaders of the three parties. The Congress leader said that another meeting will be held among the three parties if any suggestion for inclusion or deletion of any issue is made. The NCP chief Sharad Pawar is expected to meet the Congress President Sonia Gandhi on the 17th of this month in New Delhi. The NCP has also ceded the demand of the Chief Minister's post to the Shiv Sena.
मुख्यमंत्री के पद को लेके ही शिवसेना भारतीय जनता पार्टी के बीच में विवाद पैदा हुआ, तो निश्चित रूप से मुख्यमंत्री शिवसेना का होगा, उनका मुख्यमंत्री बनेगा। इस पे हम किसी भी प्रकार की हमारी आपत्ति नहीं है।
Well, the BJP and the Shiv Sena, we know, fought this election together on October 21. They were in a pre-poll alliance. They secured a comfortable majority, winning 105 seats the BJP and 56 seats the Shiv Sena. And that is in a 288-member house, and the majority mark is 145. So the alliance had a comfortable majority. The Congress and the NCP were also pre-poll allies, and they won 44 seats and 54 seats, a total of 98 seats. So the Congress they were also an alliance. But President's rule was imposed in the state, and this is because the Governor, Bhagat Singh Koshyari, had sent a report to the centre stating that there could not be any stable government in the state under the current political situation. So the NCP chief Sharad Pawar has said that a Shiv Sena NCP Congress government will be formed and it will complete a 5-year term. He has also ruled out the possibility of mid-term polls in Maharashtra. He said that the three parties want to form a stable government. Let's take a short break. You're with us here on DD News. Stay with us.
एक बार आके देख लो, कहीं मैंने कोई गड़बड़ तो नहीं कर दी।
सिर्फ मेरा नाम क्यों?
अरे जिसने घर खरीदा है उसी का नाम होना चाहिए ना।
और फ्रेंड्स क्या कहेंगे?
फ्रेंड्स कहेंगे कि काश अपनी बीवी भी ऐसी होती।
पिछले 100 सालों से ऐसी हर अच्छी शुरुआत का साथ दे रहे हैं हम, यूनियन बैंक ऑफ इंडिया।
India has upped its ante against terrorism at various multinational forums in the past few days. Addressing the BRICS plenary session, in fact, in Brazil on Thursday, the Prime Minister stressed that terrorism has emerged as the biggest threat to development, peace and prosperity. He said that, according to some estimates, the economic growth of developing countries has decreased by 1.5% due to terrorism. He said that the scourge has caused a $1 trillion loss to the world economy. And in 10 years...
10 सालों में आतंकवाद के हाथों 2.25 लाख जीवन मिटे और समाज को गहरी क्षति हुई। इसके अलावा विभिन्न अनुमानों के अनुसार $1 ट्रिलियन से ज्यादा का नुकसान विश्व की अर्थव्यवस्था को हुआ और विकासशील देशों की इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ को 1.5% तक को उसने कम किया है। आतंकवाद, टेररिज्म फाइनेंसिंग, ड्रग ट्रैफिकिंग और ऑर्गेनाइज्ड क्राइम से बना संशय का वातावरण व्यवसाय और व्यापार को गहरा अप्रत्यक्ष नुकसान पहुंचाता है।
And on Thursday as well, the External Affairs Minister, Dr. S. Jaishankar, said that holding the feet of fire is very important in dealing with Pakistan. He asserted that the neighboring country has built an industry of terrorism and also delivering the 4th Ramnath Goenka Memorial Lecture. Jaishankar advocated a foreign policy that appreciates change and is not status quoist. He said that the 1972 Shimla Agreement resulted in a revanchist Pakistan and continuing problems in Jammu and Kashmir as he hailed Prime Minister Narendra Modi's bold moves in dealing with the neighboring country. He added that the lack of response to the 2611 was so different from the Uri and Balakot operations. Jaishankar asserted that the purposeful pursuit of national interest in shifting global dynamics may not be easy, but it must be done. The real obstacle to the rise of India is not anymore the barriers of the world, but the dogmas of Delhi, he said. This was in his lecture, and the topic was Beyond the Delhi Dogma, Indian Foreign Policy in a Changing World.
In the last 5 years, however, a different normal has developed, and global conversations on cross-border terrorism have become more serious. Just look at the FATF as proof of that assertion. As we move decisively to combat separatism in Jammu and Kashmir, there is some talk today of its internationalization and hyphenation of our ties with Pakistan. This is thinking from the past, reflecting neither the strength of India, the mood of the nation, nor the determination of the government. Uninformed comments abroad or on our internal affairs is hardly internationalization. And the reputational and real differences between India and Pakistan will always put pay to any hyphenation effort.
Well, Kashmir has witnessed a similar level of horror and brutality, and this has been inflicted by the similar level, in fact, that has been inflicted by the Islamic State in Syria. This is prior to the time when the West and other international communities were apprised about the worst human rights situation in the valley. This is what a Kashmir columnist, Sunanda Vashisht, said at the Congressional hearing on human rights. It was organized by Tom Lantos HR Commission. It happened in Washington yesterday. Where were the advocates of human rights, is what she asked, when my rights were taken away. Vashisht asked the panelists who were present at the hearing. Let's listen.
India's democratic credentials are unmatched. They have successfully, in a democratic setup, defeated insurgencies in Punjab and Northeast. It's time to strengthen India against this insurgency, and the human rights problem will be solved forever.
The foundation day of the Jharkhand state is being observed today. President Ramnath Kovind and Prime Minister Narendra Modi extended greetings and best wishes to the people of Jharkhand on the occasion. The Prime Minister in his message said that Jharkhand is synonymous with bravery and compassion. He further added that people of Jharkhand have always lived in harmony with nature. They have excelled in various fields. The Prime Minister also thanked the people of Jharkhand for their hard work. Jharkhand was established on the 15th of November in the year 2000 as the 28th state of the Union. This is by the Bihar Reorganization Act. The 15th of November is also the birth anniversary of the legendary Bhagwan Birsa Munda. The BJP announced the third list of 15 candidates for the forthcoming Jharkhand Assembly elections. The BJP has so far declared 69 candidates for the upcoming polls. Jharkhand Mukti Morcha has also announced its second list of 14 candidates for the assembly polls, taking the total number of the party's nominees for the elections to 18. 8 sitting MLAs, in fact, including Champai Soren, Deepak Birua, Niral Purti, Joba Manji, Seema Mahato, Vikas Kumar Munda. They've been renominated by the party. And the All Jharkhand Students Union Party will also announce the second list of its candidates for the forthcoming assembly polls today. The party had on Monday announced the list of 12 candidates. It was its first list. Polling for 81 seats will be held over 5 phases. They'll take place from the 30th of this month to the 20th of December. Counting will be held on December 23. Some international news. Worries about Islamic extremism will be paramount for many Sri Lankan voters when the nation votes in the presidential elections tomorrow. Many voters will also hope to block the former leaders accused of human rights violations from coming to power again, or if they've ever been in power, in the country's first national polls since last Easter's deadly suicide attacks. An intense 6 weeks of presidential campaigning in Sri Lanka for the November 16 election ended on Wednesday. A decade of peace following 3 decades of civil war was shattered earlier this year when homegrown militants pledged loyalty to the Islamic State group and they detonated suicide bombs at 3 churches and 3 hotels, killing 269 people. with a record 35 candidates vying for presidency. Gotabaya Rajapaksa, a former defense official under his brother, ex-president Mahinda Rajapaksa, is pitted against the ruling party's housing minister Sajith Premadasa. And this election, in fact, has seen the race has become very close. Gotabaya, who's a retired army officer, had migrated to the United States before he returned when his brother had become the president. His brother was elected the president in 2005, if we recall, and he was appointed as the secretary in the Ministry of Defense. Now, the ruling party candidate Premadasa is also a famous son. He's the son of the former president R. Premadasa, who was assassinated by the Tamil Tigers in 1993. Now, many analysts say that the main issue that is driving this election is the fear factor. Now, on day 2 of the indoor tests, Mayank Agarwal has scored a fluent ton, and India has overcome the first innings score of Bangladesh, surging ahead in the first test. When reports last came in, India were 359 for the loss of 4. Mayank scored his third century in the last 8 test matches for India. Cheteshwar Pujara and Ajinkya Rahane scored fluent half centuries to help India find their path after Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli fell cheaply. For the visitors, Abu Jayed was the pick of the bowlers, snapping up all 3 wickets. Mayank and Rahane continued to be in the middle. In fact, Rahane was out for 86. Earlier in the day, Bangladesh made a mess of the decision to bat first, and they had got bowled for 150. This was yesterday, in fact. Mohammad Shami picked up 3 wickets and he put the visitors on the back foot. Ishant Sharma, Umesh Yadav and R. Ashwin bagged 2 wickets apiece. All this happened yesterday. Thanks very much for being with us. Namaskar. That's all we have in this bulletin. Thanks very much for being with us. Namaskar.